everybody to today's AMA. We have these every week. I know a few people are starting to show up, but these AMAs are intended to answer any questions you guys may have about anything ledger related, any crypto, or even you want to buy, learn about features in Ledger Live. We're here to help you guys and explain and show you guys how to do things visually. Without further ado, Tim, you want to read the first question?
Yeah, let's just jump right into it.
And yeah, feel free to leave any questions you guys have in the chat below. We'll address it accordingly. And then if there's no other questions, we'll go on a tangent about certain topics that are very important for you guys to understand.
Yeah, we'll go on some riffs. Also, real quick, if you do like this content and you appreciate what we do, please consider dropping a like and subscribe. That greatly helps us get the information out to other people and promote it out on the YouTube protocol. So
Algorithm.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and pop right in here. We got Baki VN is asking how to move Space ID to Ledger Live. That's a good question. Let's see.
Assuming Space ID is a token, maybe?
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's go here. Hide Ledger Live. Oh, CoinGecko.
And it's a ERC20.
Yeah, I'm hoping that would make it really easy. Oh, yep, I am human, last I checked. All right, cool. Space ID. Yep, there it is. Space ID. Oh, it looks like it's a BET20 token, but it also exists on the Ethereum blockchain.
Yep. That works.
Yeah, so let's open this up, this link right here, and see what that brings us.
Go back.
It did
go
not
back to
bring
Space
us
ID
anywhere.
And click on right here.
Oh, yeah. There we go. There's the Ethereum. Okay, cool.
Yep. So,
it looks like it's got the same contract address, too.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and copy that. So right now we're going to copy the contract address. And then we can come over here to everyday stuff, supported assets.
And what Tim is doing right now is he's just showing you guys if this Space ID token is supported in Ledger Live. Of course, if it's not supported in Ledger Live, he'll give you an alternative on how to work around that.
Luckily, it looks like it is fully supported in Ledger Live. So first things first, Baki, make sure that you are on the most current version of Ledger Live. If you're not fully updated in Ledger Live, then this may not be relevant. Your version may not have full support for it, but I can confirm to you that the latest version of Ledger Live does fully support it. So let me go real quick, go to Ledger Live and show you how to check to see what version you're on. Right there. So you're gonna wanna click on this little gear icon right there, and then go to About, and then you'll be able to see your current version right there. It looks like I'm actually not on the most current version. I believe it's 2.69.
Correct.
So I'm gonna have
that just released though.
That just released. Yeah.
If you're on version 2.68, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, you'll be good to go. So then you can go back to your account. So it's an ERC20 token that exists on the Ethereum network. So what you'll do
and Binance.
and Binance Smart Chain. Yep.
So depending on the network.
Yeah. So you can send it to either a wallet. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to create either an Ethereum or a Binance Smart Chain account, and then you can click on here and go to receive for your ETH account or Binance Smart Chain. And you can generate your Ethereum receive address, copy it, and then you can send your ID tokens directly to this wallet address from the exchange.
Yep.
Go ahead and approve that on the Nano. And when you receive it, it will pop up as a token like this. So you see I have some Link and some Matic. It'll show up right here underneath your ETH account.
Yep. Up here as you'll see a show tokens.
Yep.
Little tab, drop down menu.
Yep. All right, cool. So yeah, you should be good to go then.
Cool.
All right.
Next question. I'll read this from L Miller. They're asking, I sent 2 XRP to the exchange from my Nano S as a trial run. Then I needed more only to find the minimum to send as 10 XRP. Can I retrieve the 8 XRP?
Interesting.
Send 2 XRP as a trial run from my Nano S as and I needed more only. I think the exchange would have to take care of that.
Yeah.
Because the minimum to activate an account is 10 XRP.
10 XRP. Yeah. But there is no minimum sending. Yeah, to like send XRP. Yeah, so you don't have to send a minimum of 10 XRP. Depending on the exchange that you're dealing with, they might have a minimum deposit amount. I'm not sure. Every exchange can kind of make up their own rules.
Right.
And so if the exchange does have a minimum deposit amount and you didn't reach that, then you would have to contact the exchange to find out how you can retrieve that.
Yep. Straightforward.
Yeah. All right. Home Dog is asking when Caspa support. So Caspa is in the works. I can't really, it's definitely in the works. I don't know an exact date. It will really just kind of be up to when our developers report to us that they have integrated Caspa finally. But I can't really give you an exact date. I'm not really too sure.
Last time I heard was it was on the roadmap.
Yes.
It's being developed.
Yep.
App-wise.
Yep. So be on the lookout for that. Cool. All right. RPM87, is there a way to block scam NFTs? Seems like ever since I've sent some ETH from my Coinbase wallet to my ledger, it's nonstop NFT scams. Yep.
Cool.
Any
that was a topic we were going to dive into.
It was, yeah.
That's very odd that it's on Ethereum because scammers are paying a hefty fee.
They are.
To airdrop these scam NFTs on the Ethereum network. But Tim will definitely show you how to hide the NFTs. You can't block the NFTs. Right? Because
not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
There's no feature on the blockchain that you can block NFTs.
Let's see. So I actually don't have any scam NFTs. I got this one that I suspect might be a scam, but I just don't remember. Let me.
Let's just assume it's a scam.
Yeah. Well, because usually with the scams, I think
it's better to show them on Polygon. Probably.
Yeah, honestly, I think this actually came from like some Ledger thing that we're doing with NFTs, like Ledger Connect or something, and I got this unique. Because there's no information here, like there's no scammy website that's trying to get me to go to.
But go ahead and explain what you're gonna say, how like scam NFT should look.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's show you Polygon for that. I have no shortage of these in my Polygon account. These are all scams. Every single one of these that you see right here. So I can open up this first one. $1,000 rewards. Like, oh great, let's check that out. Okay, so now it's saying that I can exchange this NFT, this scam NFT, for 1,000 USDT if I go to this website. You are in the airdrop. So one thing to like keep in mind that if someone has the wherewithal to send you an NFT that's making some bogus claim like this, then they would also have the wherewithal to just.
So they clarified it was on Polygon.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah. So they would be able to, if you qualified for an airdrop, or if you qualified for any of these things, why would you have to go to some website to try to redeem these things? Like they could just send you the USDT straight to your wallet address. Right. So these are definitely a scam. Anytime that it's trying to get you to go to some weird website to do something.
And if it looks too good to be true, it's most likely a scam, right? Yeah. Nowhere in the real world are you going to receive $1,000 for like, there's scams like, hey, send me $100 or swap $100, get $1,000.
Yeah.
Nowhere is that reality.
People aren't giving away stuff for free.
People aren't giving away stuff for free. All these are like claim, and they all want you to connect your wallet and sign a transaction to send your funds away.
Yeah. Yep. So if you did do that, it would try to get you to willingly sign away your funds by tricking you into making you think you're signing some other transaction.
Yeah.
It's really nefarious. It catches a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's really quite sad.
It's like in Web 2 terms, I think you gave an example on this, but I'm going to reiterate it.
Yeah, do it.
It's basically, let's say your email address is like your crypto or Polygon address. Mm-hmm. Anybody that has access to it can send you spam emails, send you phishing emails. The same thing applies here. These scam NFTs are like phishing emails, right? Mm-hmm. They want you to go to the link, and what happens when you go to the link, you get a virus, right? So with this, you go to the link, you connect your wallet, you sign your funds away. Same thing applies here. Yep. You want to show some steps on how to...
Yeah, so honestly, the best thing to do is just to right-click on the NFT at any point and hide the NFT collection.
Yep.
And it makes it disappear from Ledger Live.
Yep.
It's important. I see someone is 33 Slides of Strange made a comment about us allowing this, and it's not about us allowing this versus not allowing this. All accounts that you make in Ledger Live are all directly on the blockchain, and any public wallet address is exactly that. It's publicly available information. So any single person can send anything they want to any public wallet address. Yep. There's really no good... Well, I take that back. We are working on a way to stop this from happening. I don't know the exact details and what it's going to look like. But
maybe like a filter feature.
It's going to be some kind of a filter feature, like very similar to a spam folder in your email address. It'll likely be something like that, and it's currently in the works. And we'll have more information on this when it becomes, more developed, but it's definitely still being developed.
Yeah.
But for now, your crypto wallet addresses, they are, public information. So if you are active in your wallet address, and that's what scammers are going to use to try to target you, to try to get you to go to these websites so that they can try to scam you. And there's really not a great way to stop that right now.
But best practice is really just understanding how these scam NFTs work.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned before, most of the scam NFTs are going to operate on networks such as Polygon because the fees are so cheap. Let's say the scammer airdrops 10,000 NFTs, right? All they need is 1 or 2 people and they made their money.
Exactly.
So just understand how to hide your NFTs is best practice for now, at least.
Yep. And also, a very common question we get around this is like, oh, why can't I just send it out to a different wallet just to get rid of it? And you can do that, but know that there are some risks involved in that. Typically, when scammers deploy these NFT contracts where they send these scam NFTs out, they don't write the contracts efficiently, and they may even intentionally write them to waste gas. So you may go to send one of these scam NFTs out, and it may cost you 100 Matic in transaction fees to send it because it's a very poorly written contract. And possibly by design, it's like, okay, well, if I can't steal your money, then I'm going to try to waste your money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because there are some coins in crypto that whenever you send it out, a portion of that goes to
a tax, a built-in tax. Yeah, you have to be really careful about these things.
Yeah, so.
Yep. So I typically keep mine up around here. I don't hide all of them. I mean, I could hide all of them, and by tomorrow I would probably have 10 more. I seriously have so many in here.
Yeah, dude.
It's outrageous. I 100% agree, guys. By the way, it's crazy how many scams.
It is annoying.
Yeah.
It's one of the unflattering things in crypto.
Yep.
To say the least.
But it's also a sign of how early we are to this. There's just the infrastructure just hasn't quite caught up to be able to deal with all these different things yet. So the best tool you have is knowledge.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, right? RP, what you did was great. You came on to an AMA and got an answer, right?
Yeah.
Rather than just doing things not knowing.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
It's always good to reach out to someone that can assist you or answer your question.
Yep. Yeah, and on that note, if we don't have an AMA scheduled, or if you're not able to make it to our AMA at the scheduled times, you can always reach out to us on our support page. If you go to support.ledger.com and you can open up a ticket, and you can reach us anytime, even if you just have random questions,
general questions.
Yeah, like, hey, how does this work? How does that work? I'm very confused about this, and you'll get a response pretty quick from us, usually within 24 hours.
Yeah. For now, at least.
Yeah, until volumes pick back up.
Yeah.
We are a very small team. Yep. All right, cool. You wanna?
Yep. Eddie Gaslam asked, how many Ledger wallets do you guys have? If it is a good idea to keep more than 1 or 2 Ledger wallets to store my crypto. So I'll address this question and then you can add to it. So
sure.
Eddie, you can have as many ledgers as you want. It just depends on your objective, right? Based on my experience, I know a lot of customers have 2 ledger with the same recovery phrase imported in both of them. And what that does is it allows them to access the same accounts on both ledger, but one of the devices a backup just in case. Let's say they have an X and an S plus. X, something happens to the X, and they need access to their funds immediately. They have the S plus, right? Both. So your ledger, if you have the same recovery phrase on both ledgers, you can access the same accounts. Now, if you want to differentiate and have multiple accounts and multiple recovery phrases, obviously it's going to be more complicated for you to manage. You just got to be more organized, but of course you can do that as well. I don't know what else.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
No, you explained it really well. Let's we can actually share them because
you have a work ledger.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of ledgers that I use for work. I mostly use this one, and this is actually the only one that I keep any funds on. But I do also have a Nano X and I have a Nano S. Actually, I have 2 Nano X's, another Nano S Plus, and a Nano S that I use. So basically, what you want to do is, if you like notice here on my Ethereum account, you see how I have it labeled ETH-S Plus. That's my own personal way of knowing which account belongs to which Nano. If you look down here, I have another ETH account with no funds in it tied to a Nano X, ETH-X. And so if I were to try to, then now
You wanna bring out your X?
yeah,
and show?
definitely. Now keep in mind that both of these nanos have different recovery phrases tied in them. So we cannot access an account derived from one nano with the other nano if it's got a different recovery phrase. Yep. So this is where things can get a little confusing. Like if let's see, if you go up here to edit account, you can edit the name of the account, and by default it'll just be Ethereum 1. And then if you go and add a different nano with another recovery phrase, it'll also default to Ethereum 1. So then maybe you could be in a scenario where you have two accounts that both say Ethereum 1 and you don't know which nano it belongs to. And then you can make things even more complicated. Maybe you have like a bunch of nanos and a bunch of recovery phrases. It can get real confusing.
Right.
So I definitely recommend going in and giving unique names so you know which nano it belongs to. And so we got the Nano S Plus plugged in. So if we try to access the Nano X account, we're going to get slapped with this error message right here. Please check that your hardware wallet is set up with the recovery phrase or passphrase associated to the selected account. So if you ever get that error message, you'll know you're trying to access an account with the wrong nano.
Exactly.
Or wrong.
And now let's show them what happens when you have the right nano.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's plug it in.
You remember? You guys didn't hear that, right?
I'm gonna steal your phone.
I know you would if you could. Nah. I trust you.
This is your work list.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one with your pin, so you know.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. So yeah, so now we got the correct nano plugged in. So now we should be able to generate our receive address.
And boom.
And boom, there it is. We're good to go. Yep. Cool. You want to clear that?
Very well explained.
Thank you. You too. Let's see. Yeah, 33 sides of strange. Yeah, no worries, man. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop them. We'll cover anything that we can if we have the information, I should say, because obviously we're not experts in everything, but yeah, we do our best here. All right. Oh yeah, Jonathan. So Jonathan's asking, I hope VeChain will be included in Ledger Live. Yeah, definitely. It's I don't really know. I don't know.
Yeah, I know you just have to use a third-party wallet right now.
And there's a number of good options.
Yeah.
I actually, you know what?
Sync 2?
Yeah. Well, there's Sync 2, which is great. Sync 2, it's a desktop application. I think it might be a web app.
Yeah. There's a web wallet.
Web wallet. Yeah. So you can use Sync 2, and we have a help center article for that. But I actually learned not too long ago about the vWorld. The vWorld. Oh, you want to get this other? It's the same pin.
Okay.
Let's show you, since we don't have any other questions, let's go ahead and show you vWorld, because vWorld's super cool. We can go vWorld Chrome extension. There it is. vWorld.
I don't know why that sounds funny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so he used Sync.
Oh, you use Sync? Yeah. Okay, so you already know all about...
He just probably wants, like, the convenience with Ledger Live, and I understand, like, as a user, right, if Ledger Live was a one-stop shop for everything. But it's just very unrealistic because there's so many cryptos, so many coins. But VeChain is one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, so I think it's on the roadmap. It's definitely on the roadmap. Basically, if there's already a nano app and compatibility with other third-party wallets, and that's a good sign that it is being developed.
Yeah, it's on the right track.
Yeah, and I really wish I could give you guys like more specific, like, okay, this is the deadline for this one, deadline for that one, but it's kind of more difficult to project out than that because each blockchain is a little bit different. The way they operate, the way that the technical processes that you do on those different chains, the types of transactions you sign, everything that would need to be available in Ledger Live to be able to interact with that blockchain, it's just way different for every single blockchain. And so like a good example of one that we have partial support for would be like HBAR, Hedera, where you can add your Hedera account to Ledger Live after creating it in Hashpack, but you can't stake from Ledger Live because Ledger Live is not able to facilitate that. So you actually have to stake from a different source.
You have to create your account from Hashpack and then import. And
Yeah.
then there was a time when we had Cardano support, but we didn't have staking.
That's right.
And then we just recently integrated via desktop, but Ledger Live Mobile doesn't support staking.
Right.
So there's a lot of, nuances
Yeah.
when it comes to adding these features.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So, like, I guess, so one other thing that I
Do
do,
you want to show them on?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have it showing. So yes, this is a V-World. I've been using it and I really like it. You can just install it. You can install it from this link.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull it up real quick. I think it's
That one.
V-World. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just a Chrome extension, just like MetaMask. Ooh.
And you can connect your ledger to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
very seamless connection for the ledger.
Yep.
Lock it, and yeah, it's got a real nice interface. It handles tokens. You can track your VTHO. You can send, receive. You can do all your VeChain stuff from here. It's a pretty cool wallet.
Yep.
But I wanted to stress that when you do connect to a third-party wallet like this, it really is very secure. It's just as secure as connecting to Ledger Live, because the main point of security comes from your Ledger device itself, and your Ledger device will never leak your private keys to any wallet that you connect to. If there's a wallet that's compatible with Ledger, it can only be compatible if it plays by Ledger's rules.
Yep.
And so,
which means you have to open up the app.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to open the app and you have to authorize everything, and it never shares the private keys with that wallet. So like, you can see here, if I don't have any VeChain, but if I had some VeChain, I'd be able to see it here, just like in Ledger Live.
And all it's doing is telling this tool V-World to scan the blockchain for that specific account and display or show you how much funds you have. And then with the ledger is how you actually manage these funds, right? Because every transaction you make has to be approved by the ledger.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, sweet. Ali Hassan. So Ali Hassan's asking, if I uninstall apps in my Nano S, will the crypto key still be stored? That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Yeah. So Ali Hassan. So since you mentioned the Nano S, I already know what you're running into. You probably have multiple crypto accounts that you want to manage, and with the Nano S being so limited in terms of memory capacity, you can only have up to 2 apps. So if you have 3 or 4 different accounts, Bitcoin, Solana, Cardano, you have to install a few, right? So to answer your question, if you uninstall the apps, nothing happens to your private keys, right? Your private keys are attached to your recovery phrase that's secured on the device. So let's say you install the Bitcoin app, nothing happens to your Bitcoin account. Let's say you already have your Bitcoin account added in Ledger Live. As soon as you need to access that account again, download the Bitcoin app. Let's say you have an Ethereum account added in Ledger Live and you don't have the app, you can install the app, access the Ethereum account, and then do whatever you have to do. And then let's say you have a Solana account, then you just uninstall the Ethereum account and then install the Solana app, and basically the process. The uninstalling the apps has no effect on your funds or your private keys, to answer your question. Cool.
Yep. All right, perfect. All right. Oh, Jonathan. Okay.
Yep.
Jonathan's asking, do you have a date on the Ledger Stax? So no, we don't have a date on the Ledger Stax. So anyone that's got a Ledger Stax pre-order should have received an email with more information. It's from Ian Rogers, and in it is included a video where he's kind of describing the manufacturing process,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes,
Yep.
and a lot of the hurdles that we've been dealing with to try to get these devices manufactured for everybody. So if you do have a Stax pre-order and you haven't gotten the email, definitely reach out to us so we can get you that email, because it'll provide a lot more information. But unfortunately, I don't have an exact ship date for you.
And to give you a little more regarding the email, if you pre-ordered the Ledger Stax, if you pre-ordered it via NFT, you will receive a Nano S Plus in addition to your magnetic shell already. And then for regular customers who just pre-ordered it through our site, like using a Visa, Master, or any other payment method, you will receive the magnetic shell. That's kind of like our courtesy to you guys. We appreciate you guys for sticking with us. And sorry for the long delay, but that's basically our compensation to you guys. But hopefully we can get it out soon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm still waiting on mine.
Yeah.
All right. So RPM 87 AVAX would be awesome without having to use third party, but their chain's kind of complicated.
Isn't there a way to add AVAX in Ledger Live?
Technically, you can. So
turn on experimental features, and then
you have to do the feature flag, and then it's pretty complicated. But technically, you
can we try and see?
I haven't actually gone through the process
because I'm pretty sure AVAX C chain is your experimental features on.
Yeah. So we're gonna be flying kind of blind here because I haven't actually gone through that, unless you know.
Yeah.
All right. So experimental features.
Developer mode on. Yep. Go to accounts.
Okay.
Go to add account. Oh no, go to my ledger first. Go to my ledger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think this is do you have the AVAX app?
I don't know.
Let's see.
I'm constantly uninstalling and reinstalling apps because even though I have the Nano S Plus that I use, I still run out of space constantly on it. You'll see here in a second.
Search up AVAX. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you do need a third party wallet.
Yeah, I think that was actually turned off.
Yeah.
But we did temporarily have that under a feature flag where it was support for the C chain, I think.
Yep, C chain.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. AVAX is incredibly complicated.
Yeah, there's multiple chains.
Yeah, there's like
C, X,
and P.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have your staking chain. You have your it's very complex.
The C chain is the usual standard chain.
It is where you just store your AVAX. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you can have AVAX on Ethereum.
Yeah,
right?
true.
So if RP, if you don't mind having AVAX on the Ethereum network, then that's probably the best route.
But if you want to stake it, it does have to be on the AVAX. Yep. But yeah, so for now the AVAX web wallet is the way to go. However, I will say that AVAX is also highly under development because it is a very popular blockchain, and we are working to get that integrated. Yep. Hopefully before the next bull run.
Should we show them how to connect to AVAX?
Yeah.
Maybe after we answer these questions?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Or do you want to do it now? What do you think?
RPM 87. If you'd like us to go through that, let us know in the comments.
And we can definitely show you how to connect to the web wallet. Yeah.
The AVAX web wallet's awesome.
Yeah.
We got
Nemo
Hose 323-ETH. Can you clear some of the FUD around seed extraction attacks on hardware wallets and how it's possible for someone to be hacked by seed extraction or something along those lines? Yeah, definitely. So a lot of different hardware wallets we it is possible to extract the seed from a lot of different hardware wallets. I'm not gonna drop any names. I don't want to call anybody out.
You could just search up online.
You can search it up. We actually have a team, our Donjon. Yeah, and it's basically a team of like hackers, for lack of a better word, that we employ, and their job is to try to break the security of not only other hardware wallets but also our own hardware wallet in order to find vulnerabilities. And then they would then reach out to those companies and be like, hey, we found a possible exploit. You guys should look into this. And then they work together to basically make the entire space safer for everybody. Right. Because it's despite what people may think, it's not good for Ledger if another hardware wallet gets hacked, because all that does is reduce confidence in the space. And so and it also leads to very unfortunate circumstances with people losing their funds. So it's in our best interest. It's in everyone's best interest for this to be as safe of a place as possible.
Yeah, when it comes to self-custody.
Yeah. But in general, the hardware wallets that can be hacked, that have the seed extracted, I don't know if I've ever heard of a single incident of it happening remotely, like a hacker being able to somehow gain control of it from across the network from somewhere else. It would really require
the physical device. Yeah, like let's say you have a Ledger device and someone stole it from you.
Well, it's not possible on Ledger.
Yeah, not possible
not
on
yet,
Ledger.
Anyway. Yeah, it's never happened yet.
But yeah, that's how they would break into the device, not Ledger.
Oh yeah, without naming any names.
I'm
definitely don't want to name it, because honestly, most of the hardware wallets out there are great devices.
Yeah.
So basically that would be kind of like really all that I can say about that is that it is, there are incidences, and you're free to search it online and look up instances of this happening, of hardware wallets being broken by our Donjon team. But in those cases, it requires the physical device to be stolen. So if someone were to break in and steal the device and they were also extremely talented at,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, most of the time when you hear stolen funds, it's usually a leak recovery phrase.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, honestly, 100%.
99% of the time.
99% of the time.
It's always your recovery phrase was leaked somehow in the process, or you stored it incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Either when you first set it up, like I've had a customer say, "Oh, I bought a ledger 4 years ago. I took a picture of it on my phone. Everything was good, and then his iCloud got hacked,
Yes.
and then his funds got stolen." Right? So if
Yeah.
you set everything up correctly, meaning you wrote down the 24 words on the sheet of paper, you don't have any cameras, you're not around people, everything is completely offline, and you keep that for the entirety, you're gonna be good, right? Never type your recovery phrase on the internet.
Yeah.
We can even go into some scams, some phishing scams.
We can. Yeah.
If you want to do that now.
Yeah, we should.
Real
actually.
quick.
Yeah,
we can show you guys some very common phishing scams in the space.
Yeah.
That are that trick many.
Yep.
Probably thousands of people.
I dropped the link for this here. Call it common scams. There we go. So this is the web page that I'm on right now. So yeah, so if you scroll down here, Kai, you want to take it away with this?
Yeah, so of course, the link that Tim linked you guys was just us explaining you guys the best practice, right? Obviously, never validate a transaction or nano if you're not the author of this transaction. Basically, it's telling you don't approve transactions that you don't know, like you don't know what's going on. Ledger cannot and will not deactivate your device, right? We don't store any of your information. We don't have control over any of your information. Everything you do, right, you're responsible for, right? And obviously these are the official email domains from us, right? I know there's a bunch like Ledger, I don't know, it's like weird email domains.
Yeah, right there. Like
exactly.
Like they'll spell it slightly different, so
Right.
it kind of looks like it, and it's easy to overlook. But then you look at it at close glance, and you're like, oh wait a minute, that's got a weird accent over the e. That's not their official email address.
And even through email, we'll never ask you for your recovery phrase.
Never.
Usually through email, how scammers scam people is like, hey, we're from Ledger Support. Can you give us your recovery phrase, and we'll be able to further assist you, right?
Yeah.
Ledger does not ask for your recovery phrase. You guys got to understand your recovery phrase is your master key to all your funds on the blockchain.
Yeah, we
right?
don't want it. We will never ask you for that.
If someone has access to that, they can steal everything. And that's referring back to Nemo Hose's question.
Yep.
So that's usually how stolen funds occur.
Yep.
Of course, Ledger would never contact you via text message or phone call. And then through Twitter, we'll never DM you first.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even message through DM. All form of communication is public via tweets.
Yep.
Or X. They call it X now. We need to update that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here's some ongoing phishing scams. So as you guys can see here, saying new Ledger Nano X, basically telling you like your IP, and you may be wondering how this scammer got your IP. They probably got it through like IP
locator
link or whatever.
Yeah.
There's scams like text message, right? Your hardware wallet has been deactivated.
Mm-hmm.
This is in 2020. These are pretty old. Let me see.
But it's still happening though. Like these same tactics are still happening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is a more updated article on our help center, but of course Ledger Live, right? There's a lot of malicious Ledger Live applications out there that look like Ledger Live but are not Ledger Live, that try to trick you. It'll prompt you like, hey, if you want to unlock your device, enter your recovery phrase.
Yep.
Right?
Your accounts are locked. Enter in your recovery phrase to authenticate your device.
Right.
And but we would never, our application, the official application would never ask for that.
And you guys can see these scams here, what they look like. It says right here, enter first word. There's a bunch of scams.
Yep.
Here's another one. And then, of course, phishing emails, right? They all ask you for your recovery phrase.
That's the common theme. That's the common theme. They're going to ask you for your recovery. At some point, they're going to ask you for your recovery phrase.
Yes. And whenever that happens, take a step back and identify it.
Yeah, and maybe ask, why do you need my recovery phrase?
Exactly. Yep. So that's basically some ongoing phishing scams. So just hope you guys, understand how recovery phrases work, because it's a very scary thing.
It is. Yeah.
It's very easy to scam people.
I had helped somebody today that lost $200,000.
Happens.
Yep.
very unfortunate event.
Yep.
Of course, if it happens to you guys can feel free to reach out to us.
Yep.
Glad to assist you any way we can.
Yeah.
But let's go on to the next.
Let's do it.
Eddie.
All right. Eddie Gastelum, can you use the same PIN number on all Ledger wallets? Yes, you definitely can. The PIN number is only used to unlock the device. So I use the same PIN for all my work devices.
Yep.
And then a different PIN for, my private devices.
It's just local to that specific device. So let's say you have two of these devices. They both have different recovery phrases. You can still have the same PIN.
Yep. And then follow-up question, can I use the same extra 25 seed phrase in all my secret accounts? Yeah, you can.
Passphrase.
Passphrase,
Yep.
yeah. So you can set up a passphrase on, if you have the same recovery phrase. So your passphrase is an extension of your recovery phrase. So your two devices would have to have the exact same recovery phrase, and then you would go through the process to set up your passphrase. And if you use the exact same passphrase, both those nanos will have access to the exact same accounts.
Yep. And you can only have one passphrase account loaded at a time.
Yeah.
So another thing to add on Tim's point is, let's say your PIN is 1234. That is to access your 24 words. Let's say your 25th word is like mango. You would have another PIN, let's say 2222. So if you enter 2222 on the device, you would get access to the passphrase account. If you enter 1234, you'll get access to your initial 24 word recovery phrase.
Yeah, and they are separate.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Dustin, no worries. Yeah. We appreciate the kind words.
Yep, appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, actually, I want to drop this other Help Center article because this one's actually better.
Yeah, more updated.
Yeah. More scam. Oh.
Ace HD.
Yeah. I'm gonna read that.
Yep.
All right. So Ace HD is saying, if I am already staking DOT or Sol and I want to add to it, do I start the process all over or just add to it? Thank you for your time. Good question.
Yeah.
So basically, it's going to be different for DOT and Sol. So for, let's see. Trying to remember.
I think for DOT you just
for DOT you'd have to restake the new DOT.
Yeah, restake the new DOT.
So
delegate it to different validators.
Yeah, and delegate to different validators. And I believe the same is true with Sol. I think that because when you stake your Solana, you create a separate stake account for that Solana, and that's a Solana that's locked up. So then if you were to send more Solana to your account, you would have to go through the same process and create a new stake account. So then you would actually have two different stake accounts for your Solana. Even if you stake to the same validator, it will create a new one.
Right.
But you can unstake your current Solana bag and then restake the amount that you want to stake after you send more funds to your account. And the same is true for DOT.
Yep.
There are some blockchains that stake at the account level, such as Cardano.
Which means all the Cardano.
Yeah, which means all the Cardano in that account is staked. So if you stake your Cardano, you stake everything in the account. Then if you send more Cardano to that wallet address, it will automatically include that and compound that. It'll automatically include that in the stake.
Yep.
But DOT and Sol don't work that way.
And of course, you do need a available balance to do anything, right? So let's say you have 100 Solana or 100 DOT.
Yeah.
You stake 100. You won't be able to undelegate or unstake because you don't have any available, right? The stake, Solana, or DOT is not considered available.
Yep.
So make sure you leave a little bit of funds left over.
Yeah. And specifically with Solana, you can get some really annoying error messages. Even if you just try to stake the max amount, like if you hit max and you try to stake the complete amount, you'll get some weird error message that says like your internet is down.
Yeah,
and
it's a weird bug.
It's like my internet's not down. I don't know what you're talking about. Clearly it's working.
Yeah, it just means that you don't have an available balance.
Yeah.
So I don't recommend clicking max. Just type the whole number. Let's say you have 100 Solana. Just type 99. Leave one Solana left over for transaction fee. Vice versa with DOT as well.
Same with DOT. Yeah. Cool. Good question. Yeah. Nemo host 323 ETH. Let's see. Okay. Well, here's another question. I've seen increases in Polygon scam NFTs like vouchers. Yep. But on mobile, when I hide the NFT, Ledger Live Mobile won't hide the transaction, but the transaction is hidden on desktop. That's interesting. Yeah, that's actually super interesting.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know.
basically saying the scam NFT is still being displayed
Yeah,
on mobile.
and the transaction is still showing up as
Yeah.
it entering your account. Yeah, that let me take a note of that, and look into that.
Yeah.
Because I haven't actually noticed that. But you're saying it's happening. That's probably true. So scam NFT.
But usually, like
Transaction.
Ledger Live Mobile, it's gonna be behind in features.
Yeah, it
But
usually it
I don't-
lags. Yeah.
I never even looked into that because I only hide my NFTs on Ledger Live.
Yeah.
And I don't really use Ledger Live Mobile, so
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I hardly use it. Yeah, so if you do so if you hide it in Ledger Live Desktop, then it won't have an effect on Ledger Live Mobile because each instance of Ledger Live,
just local.
it's only local to that device. So even if you have like Ledger Live on another desktop computer and you have the same accounts from the same nano added to both instances of Ledger Live, if you hide it on one desktop, it won't automatically hide it on the other. You don't have like a Ledger account. There's no login. It's just an application that you can add your accounts to and manage them and set up your own virtual environment the way you want.
Ledger Live is just a user interface visualization tool to display your crypto, right? Your Ledger device is what allows you to manage that. So once again, nothing is stored in Ledger Live. I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions people have. They're like, oh, I can't see the assets in Ledger Live. Did I lose? Not necessarily, right? There's obviously going to be visual bugs here and there, right? All your funds are on the blockchain, so you can verify your funds are on the blockchain. Good to go. So cool.
Okay,
Push
cool.
and prune.
Let's see. Push and Prune Ministries is asking how to store meme coins on Ledger that aren't on major exchanges yet. That's interesting.
I think the route here is probably MetaMask, third-party wallet.
Yeah, or like if it's on Ethereum, they can use Zerion.
Yeah.
So basically, you can send any token. Like let's say you have a meme coin that you got into that that you swap for on Uniswap or whatever. You can send any ERC20 token to your ETH address in Ledger Live.
Baby Doge.
Yeah, Baby Doge, like any of these, like Pepe.
Yeah.
Pepe is actually a good example. Pepe was one that
started on DEXs.
It started out, and you can only get it on DEXs. And we didn't have support yet for Ledger Live, but even before we didn't have support for it, it's still perfectly safe to send that token to your Ledger Live account. Ledger Live not having support for a token only means that it doesn't have the software to recognize that token and display that for you. But that token is still very much in your account.
In your account,
Yeah. So you can go here.
Workarounds.
Yeah, so you can go to the Discover tab. If you ever send a token like that's like brand new and it's surely not supported in Ledger Live because we can't make things happen instantly, then you can come here to the Discover tab, find Zerion.
Zerion. If you went to the top, go to the top.
I use it. Yeah, I use it all the time. Zerion is my favorite app in the Discover tab.
Yeah. Because not only can you view your assets, you can also transact from here too. Which is in Ledger Live. It's just not in the accounts tab.
Yes. Yep. So this will detect pretty much any asset you have on any EVM network. These 12 networks.
Solana's an EVM?
No, it's not. And you know what's funny is like I don't think Solana's actually supported. Like I'm wondering if this is here by mistake. But it definitely does display all of these EVM chains. So if I scroll down, I can give you an example. You can see here that right here, Arbitrum, it's detecting that I have a little bit of Ethereum on the Arbitrum network, like $1.29 worth. But I don't even have an Arbitrum account added to Ledger Live right now. But Zerion's able to see that. Oh, and if I had any tokens on the Arbitrum network, it would also detect that.
Yep. I think it just grabs your address and then scans it across all these explorers.
Yeah. So this would be a great place to go if you send a token to Ledger Live and it just doesn't show up and you're like, maybe it's not supported. Check Zerion.
Yep.
That's
and then it also shows NFTs too.
Yeah. It shows your definitely. Yep, I don't have any on this one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
And you can send it by you can find your token here. And then you can, click on it, and then you can click the send button. You can send it back out and still manage it all from Zerion.
Nice.
Yeah, good question.
All right. Next question is Heidi.
Yeah, Haiti
Haiti, yeah.
says, "Oh, any secret project you're working on?" Well, I don't know how much I could. There's always projects working
there's
on.
always
Yeah,
projects.
we're always building through the bear.
Projects that we're working on are trying to improve the customer experience for you guys through YouTube.
Definitely.
And I think we got some more shows coming.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one thing that we can talk about. That is that we haven't actually publicly announced yet because we're still in the works. But we are working to build new YouTube shows that are specific to different types of topics.
Exactly.
Do you want to?
So I have a show that is in the woodworks. It's called Do Your Own Research. Basically, what this show entails is I'll be the host of it. It's not gonna be coming for the next month. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll be able to launch it. But basically, the show entails I'm gonna show you guys how to basically do your own research on how to solve a bunch of issues that occur with either Ledger devices, Ledger Live, or even anything crypto related, such as airdrops, staking, basically educating you guys, giving you guys educational value on how to navigate through the space, right? Because at the end of the day, the best resource is always going to be yourself, right? So if you know the information, you can rely on yourself. Of course, we're here to help, but we also want to educate our users.
Yeah.
Because as the space evolves, right? We don't want you to just ask us questions whenever you have a question, even though that's fine. We want you to understand how it works.
Yeah.
So what about you?
Yeah. So
crypto spotlights.
Crypto spotlights. Yeah. In fact, I'll just show you guys because Ty and I have already made 2, and our European counterparts have already made, I believe, 3 crypto spotlight videos. So this is going to be the focus of the show that I'm going to be hosting, and we've already piloted it. We did an XRP show, and we did a Bitcoin show. Yeah. And so we basically just deep dived these 2 blockchains individually and went through, how to manage it in Ledger Live. We talked about how to manage it outside of Ledger Live to do more advanced things, like for instance, connecting to XRP Toolkit and adding trust lines, connecting to the Bitcoin Electrum wallet and speeding up stuck transactions. Really cool stuff.
And just some basics regarding the blockchain itself too. So
and here's the one that that our European counterpart Roy, he just posted this video yesterday on deep dive into Polkadot. So that it says with Dan and Roy, so Dan may be here too. Yeah, really cool stuff. But since I'm here, I'm going to show my own videos. And there's a Bitcoin one right here. But yeah, definitely check out these shows, and in the comments of the shows, I'm watching them like a hawk. Let me know what you think. If you think it's we did a decent job on these shows, and you want to see more of this kind of stuff for other blockchains, maybe drop a comment and say like, hey, make a show about this blockchain, and we'll compile these comments, and we'll help use it to drive content. So BTC deep dive. And then I'm actually really proud of the XRP video that we did. It came out really, really good, and everything just like worked very seamlessly throughout the entire video. So I'll go ahead and drop that one too. In case
we show you guys a very dangerous scam.
We do, yeah.
If you have XRP, if you don't have XRP, you can still check it out. We have timestamps within the video, so you can just skip parts.
Yeah.
But there's some nasty scams when it comes to the XRP blockchain.
Yes, there are. It's crazy.
And I'm not talking about just giving out your recovery phrase. This is a social engineering type scam where people literally trick you.
You want to talk about it a little bit since you already kind of went into it? How are we doing on time? Oh,
we still got a few more questions.
We do have more questions. So. Yeah. Watch the video. We go into it in detail in the video. Yeah.
It's called rekeying if you guys want to look it up.
Rekeying scam. Yep.
Gimme.
If I have an account connected with a passphrase in the ledger, do I have to access this account if I would like to use this account in another cold wallet? So you can, if you have another cold wallet that also supports passphrases, then you can import your recovery phrase into that wallet if it's compatible, and if it also supports passphrases, you can go through whatever process that hardware wallet requires to set up passphrase, and just use the exact same passphrase. Even though you're setting up from scratch, it's going to seem a little weird. But as long as you use the exact passphrase that you use in Ledger, then you will still have access to those accounts.
The passphrase is just your additional 25th word, right? So as long as the wallet supports it, you'll be fine.
All right, Nemo Hose. When will Ledger interface support other blockchain NFTs to visually see the token? That's a good question. Yeah, so we a good example of that is Solana. We have pretty good support for Solana right now.
Tokens are now.
Some
tokens are supported on Solana. Last time I checked.
Let me go ahead and show you. So, I don't have my Solana account added. Shoot, let's add it. Yeah, let's add it.
You have some NFTs?
I do. Yes, I have one NFT. Yeah. Yeah, so Solana is a good example of it's got a lot of support. You can, store it. Go ahead.
Sol S plus.
Sol S plus. Stop synchronizing. We have the account we need.
Okay.
All right. Find it. You can come here. You can see that I have half a Sol staked. Looks like I've earned 0.004 staking rewards. That's pretty cool. But my NFT is not here. So to answer your question directly, like these things all just kind of come in stages. Solana is a very popular blockchain and it is being worked on. But with tokens and NFTs on Solana, things get pretty complicated. It creates new accounts, sub accounts for each token and NFT you have. And so Ledger Live isn't quite there yet to be able to support that.
I mean, I remember there was a point in time when I first started working here, we only supported Ethereum NFTs.
That's it.
And then we expanded to Polygon. So I think, some of these blockchains will follow suit.
Definitely. For sure.
So use Phantom.
Phantom.
But I'm sure you probably already know that.
You probably already know that.
You just want one-stop shop for everything.
For sure. Yeah. But Phantom's great. I love Phantom.
Irene?
Yeah. Irene's asking, can I send my Cash network to my Ledger Nano X? I don't believe so.
Cash is its own network, I believe.
Is it? I want to say it's on the Polkadot. It's a parachain, or is it?
Okay.
Oh yeah, mid scan. Yeah. Okay. It's a IBC. It's Cosmos. Cool. So Cash is not supported directly, but you can connect your ledger to what's it called Kepler. Thank you. Connect ledger to Kepler.
Kepler's solid.
Yeah, Kepler's solid. Yeah, and this is your one stop shop wallet for anything Cosmos related. Yep. So connect ledger to Kepler, and then from there, let me open up Kepler.
You have it. Yep.
Yeah.
Because what is it? Is it Terra Station? That's only for Terra, right?
Yeah. It's for Terra Luna. Although, it was a IBC chain ever since the whole Terra debacle. I don't know if it still is. But there is a way if I can figure it out.
I think you go right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Go back.
Right here.
Manage
chain visibility. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's look up a cache. Yep, a cache. So so then you can go and you can add a cache, save it, and then may as well add those two.
Add those two chains.
Next. Gonna need the Ethereum app. Actually,
all right.
Weird. Okay.
That's Now it's created.
All right. Finish.
Open up,
and then we open up Kepler. And then you'd be able to see your cache. It'll be down here. Yeah.
Right there. AKT.
Yep, AKT. And you'll be able to manage your cache with your ledger from Kepler.
Yep. So whenever you send, you'll have to approve the transaction on the ledger device through this dashboard.
Yep. And the Kepler wallet gets better every time I look at it.
It's pretty clean.
It's a clean wallet.
Yeah, it's pretty clean.
Ooh.
Hi, Vanessa. Vanessa has a question. Where's the best place to look for information on how to interact with MetaMask? You want to find an article?
Yeah.
In particular, or what are you trying to do in particular, Vanessa? Because we have resources on how to connect to MetaMask. If you already done that, then like sending should be pretty simple.
Mm-hmm. MetaMask has really good documentation. If you go to MetaMask support page and you go to their help center, they have really good documentation. In fact, I actually send their documentation to our customers sometimes who are trying to do things in MetaMask, and like I'd be like, okay, I can spend the next 30 minutes trying to explain this, or I can just send them a link to this article that explains how to do all this. But as far as getting your Nano connected to MetaMask, this is the step you're gonna have to follow.
This is gonna be the first step to everything Ledger and MetaMask related. So
there you go.
Yep. And
Cool.
yeah, that basically wraps it up on time.
It does, yeah.
You want to give the outro?
Yeah, cool. Looks like we got everyone's question. I don't think we missed any questions today. Ty is very on it with monitoring.
Yes, sir. No problem, Vanessa.
Yeah, no problem, Vanessa. You're most welcome. Yeah. But yeah, if you like the content and if you found this helpful at all, let me switch back to the main camera. Once again, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. That definitely greatly helps us out a lot. But
leave feedback too. Comment if you guys want any
Yeah.
type of shows, right? We do these AMAs Monday and Wednesday. But we have more shows on the way. So we might have streams every day for them, right?
Yeah.
And when the bull run comes, people are going to be crazy.
So we really appreciate you guys stopping by, and we really appreciate the awesome questions that you guys asked today. Honestly, top tier questions.
Fun show.
Yeah, very fun show. So yeah, if you I guess
that basically wraps it up. Yeah. You want to give them the time on when we have these shows? And
Always keeping me on track.
Yeah,
my brain is all over the place. So we do our shows on Monday and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then we also have a show on Friday that we do where we set up a Ledger device from start to finish for the first half, and then we do an Ask Me Anything for the second half.
Sometimes you do a crypto spotlight, right? On Fridays, right?
And that's going to be coming more and more often as we ramp that show up. Let me go here real quick to the social media schedule, and I'll drop that for you guys in the chat.
Do you want to switch the camera?
Yeah. Oh no, it's okay.
You're just gonna link it.
Yeah. Cool. Social media. Our European counterparts also do AMAs, and they do that at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Central Time. So if this time is difficult for you to make it to, then definitely consider, and early morning is easier, consider checking out their streams as well, because they do a fantastic job.
Right.
Very knowledgeable individuals.
Right.
Yep.
All right, without further ado, me and Tim appreciate you guys for coming out, right? These shows are always fun. Leave any feedback you guys have. Like he said, make sure you guys like the video. That shows us that this is valuable to you guys, as we know it is. So, yeah, we'll see you guys on Friday.
Yep.
Take care, everybody.
Bye,
Peace.
everybody.